swamp! Right there, I just seen movement right through there.
911, what are you reporting?
I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?
My dog went flying through the air over the tree. I don't know how it did it.
Okay.
Damn it, I'm really confused. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence, and he was dead when she hit the ground. I didn't see any cars. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal or?
I can't tell. All I know is that my central light came on, and I just happened to glimpse and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man or something. It looks like a man. I don't know what it was. Just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now, and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better...
Sure.
Dio!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy is on foot.
I don't know what... It's a big... real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, but it is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person or somebody really big. But he's all in black.
Is he a black male or a white male? Did you actually see whether, or was he just wearing black?
He's all black and he's big. He is big.
Peter Byrne and I interviewed the man, and we got the calls from the sheriff's department, and they were about 2 weeks apart, the two different calls. The one call, the first one he made was...
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Trading Post. You know who it is. It's me, Fred, and my boy Noodle, the star of the show. Tell him, Noodle. Tell him what we're going to talk about today, buddy. What are we talking about? We're going to talk about Bigfoot, ain't we? Yeah, we're going squatching, baby. Going squatching. Check out the new shirt. Yeah, you like that, right? Uh-huh. Y'all ain't got no Beavis and Butthead Sasquatch shirt, do you? That's right. Anyways, we're going to get to this show here in a minute, all right? I just wanted to hop on here, give you guys the intro here with me and old Noodle, your buddy, superstar right here, okay? And we'll be right with you, man. This is going to be a long one. I got a lot of notes on it, so it may have to be broken down into 2 episodes. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to find out, won't we? All right. Until then, I'm going to see you guys soon, all right? Bye. All right, now we're going to go into the researchers. Ivan T. Sanderson and Bernard Hovelmans, founders of the study of cryptozoology, spent parts of their career searching for Bigfoot. Later scientists who researched the topic included Jason Jarvis, Carlton S. Kuhn, George Allen Agogino, and William Charles Osmond Hill, though they later stopped their research due to lack of evidence for the alleged creature. John Napier asserts that the scientific community's attitude towards Bigfoot stems primarily from insufficient evidence. Other scientists who have shown varying degrees of interest in the creature are Grover Krantz, Jeffrey Meldrum, John Bindernagel, David J. Dagling, George Schaller, and Russell Mittermeier, Darius Swindler, and Esteban Sarmiento, and Maria Mayer. Now, formal studies. One study was conducted by John Napier and published in his book Bigfoot, The Yeti and Sasquatch in Myth and Reality in 1973. Napier wrote that if a conclusion is to be reached based on scant extant hard evidence, science must declare Bigfoot does not exist. However, he found it difficult to entirely reject thousands of alleged tracks, scattered over 125,000 square miles, or to dismiss all the many hundreds of eyewitness accounts. Napier concluded, I am convinced that Sasquatch exists, but whether it is all it is cracked up to be is another matter altogether. There must be something in Northwest America that needs explaining, and that something leaves man-like footprints. In 1974, the National Wildlife Federation funded a field study seeking Bigfoot evidence. No formal Federation members were involved, and the study made no notable discoveries. Also in 1974, the now defunct North American Wildlife Research Team constructed a Bigfoot trap in the Rogue River, Siskiyou National Forest. It was baited with animal carcasses and captured multiple bears, but no Bigfoot. Upkeep of the trap ended in the early 1980s, but in 2006, the United States Forest Service repaired the trap, which today is a tourist destination along the Collings Mountain hiking trail. Beginning in the late 1970s, physical anthropologist Grover Krantz published several articles and 4 book-length treatments of Bigfoot. However, his work was found to contain multiple scientific failings, including falling for hoaxes. A study published in the Journal of Biography in 2009 by J.D. Lozier, ETAL, used ecological niche modeling on reported sightings of Bigfoot, using their locations to infer preferred ecological parameters. They found a very close match with the ecological parameters of the American black bear. They also note that an upright bear looks much like a Bigfoot's purported appearance, and consider it highly improbable that 2 species should have very similar ecological preferences, concluding that Bigfoot sightings are likely misidentified sightings of black bears. Now, dag on it, keeps getting caught on there. In the first systematic genetic analysis, 30 hair samples that were suspected to be from Bigfoot-like creatures, only 1 was found to be primate in origin, and that was identified as human. A joint study by the University of Oxford and Lausagne's Cantonal Museum of Zoology and published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B in 2014, the team used a previously published cleaning method to remove all surface contamination and the ribosomal mitochondrial DNA 12S fragment of the sample. The sample was sequenced and then compared to GenBank to identify the species' origin. The samples submitted were from different parts of the world, including the United States, Russia, the Himalayas, and Sumatra. Other than 1 sample of human origin, all but 2 are from common animals. Black and brown bears accounted for most of the samples. Other animals include cow, horse, dog, wolf, coyote, sheep, goat, deer, raccoon, porcupine, and tapir. The last 2 samples were thought to match a fossilized genetic sample of a 40,000-year-old polar bear of the Pleistocene epoch. A second test identified these hairs as being from a rare type of brown bear. In 2019, the FBI declassified an analysis it conducted on alleged Bigfoot hairs in 1976. Bigfoot researchers Peter Byrne sent the FBI 15 hairs attached to a small skin fragment and asked if the Bureau could assist him in identifying it. J. Cochran Jr., Assistant Director of the FBI's Scientific and Technical Services Division, responded in 1977 that the hairs were of deer family origin. Now, claims. Claims about the origins and characteristics of Bigfoot vary. The subject of Bigfoot has crossed over with other paranormal claims, including that Bigfoot, extraterrestrials, and UFOs are related, or that Bigfoot are psychic, can shapeshift, are able to cross into different dimensions, or are completely supernatural in origin. Additionally, claims regarding Bigfoot have been associated with conspiracy theories, including a government cover-up. Now, sightings. In October 1958, the San Francisco Chronicle reported Gerald Crew's discovery of a set of giant footprints near Huachpec, Humboldt County, California. According to Live Science, there have been over 10,000 reported Bigfoot sightings in the continental U.S. About 1/3 of all claims of Bigfoot sightings are located in the Pacific Northwest, with the remaining reports spread throughout the rest of North America. Most reports are considered mistakes or hoaxes, even by those researchers who claim Bigfoot exists. Sightings predominantly occur in the northwestern region of Washington State, Oregon, northern California, and British Columbia. According to data collected from the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, or the BFRO, Bigfoot Sightings Database in 2019, Washington has over 2,000 reported sightings, California over 1,600, Pennsylvania over 1,300, New York and Oregon over 1,000, and Texas has just over 800. The debate over the legitimacy of Bigfoot sightings reached a peak in the 1970s, and Bigfoot has been regarded as the first widely popularized example of pseudoscience in American culture. Now, alleged behavior. Some Bigfoot researchers allege that Bigfoot throws rocks as territorial displays and for communication. Other alleged behaviors include audible blows struck against trees or wood knocking, further alleged to be communicative. Skeptics argue that these behaviors are easily hoaxed. Additionally, structures of broken and twisted foliage seemingly placed in specific areas have been attributed by some to Bigfoot behavior. In some reports, lodgepole pine and other small trees have been observed bent, uprooted, or stacked in patterns such as weaved and crisscrossed, leading some to theorize that they are potential territorial markings. Some instances have also included entire deer skeletons being suspended high in trees. Some researchers and enthusiasts believe Bigfoot construct teepee-like structures out of dead trees and foliage. In Washington state, a team of amateur Bigfoot researchers called the Olympic Project claimed to have discovered a collection of nests. The group brought in primatologists to study them, with the conclusion being that they appear to have been created by a primate. Jeremiah Byron, host of the Bigfoot Society podcast, believes Bigfoot are omnivores, stating they eat both plants and meat. I've seen accounts that they eat everything from berries, leaves, nuts, and fruit to salmon, rabbit, elk, and bear. Ronnie LeBlanc, host of Expedition Bigfoot on the Travel Channel, indicated he has heard anecdotal reports of Bigfoot allegedly hunting and consuming deer. Some Bigfoot researchers have reported the creatures moving or taking possession of intentional gifts left by humans, such as food and jewelry, and leaving items in their places, such as rocks and twigs. It's like an exchange, right? Okay, so many alleged sightings are reported to occur at night, leading some cryptozoologists to hypothesize that Bigfoot may possess nocturnal tendencies. However, experts find such behavior untenable in a supposed ape or human-like creature, as all known apes, including humans, are diurnal, with only lesser primates exhibiting nocturnality. Most anecdotal sightings of Bigfoot describe the creatures allegedly observed as solitary, although some reports have described groups being allegedly observed together. Now, alleged vocalizations, yet again. Alleged vocalizations such as howls, screams, moans, grunts, whistles, and even a form of supposed language have been reported and allegedly recorded. Some of these alleged vocalization recordings have been analyzed by individuals such as retired U.S. Navy cryptologic linguist Scott Nelson. He analyzed audio recordings from the early 70s said to be recorded in the Sierra Sounds and stated it is definitely a language. It is definitely not human in origin, and it could not have been faked. Les Stroud has spoken of a strange vocalization he heard in the wilderness while filming Survivor Man that he stated sounded primate in origin. A number of anecdotal reports of Bigfoot encounters have resulted in witnesses claiming to be disoriented, dizzy, and anxious. Some Bigfoot researchers, such as paranormal author Nick Redfern, have proposed that Bigfoot may produce infrasound, which could explain reports of this nature. Wow, man. We're getting into some abilities that Bigfoot got, right? Now, alleged encounters. We're going back into that. In Folk, Arkansas in 1971, a family reported that a large hair-covered creature startled a woman after reaching through a window. This alleged incident caused hysteria in the Folk area and inspired the horror movie The Legend of Boggy Creek in 1972. The report was later deemed a hoax. In 1974, the New York Times presented the dubious tale of Albert Ostman, a Canadian prospector who stated that he was kidnapped and held captive by a family of Bigfoot for 6 days in 1924, which we've already told you that whole entire story. Now, in 1994, former U.S. Forest Service Ranger Paul Freeman, a Bigfoot researcher, videotaped an alleged Bigfoot he reportedly encountered in the Blue Mountains in Oregon. The tape, often referred to as the Freeman footage, continues to be scrutinized and its authenticity debated. Freeman had previously gained media recognition in the 80s for documenting alleged Bigfoot tracks, claiming they possessed dermal ridges. On May 26, 1996, Lori Pate, who was on a camping trip near the Washington state-Canada border, videotaped a dark subject she reported encountering running across the field and claimed it was Bigfoot. The film, dubbed the Memorial Day Bigfoot footage, is often depicted in Bigfoot-related media, most notably in the 2003 documentary Sasquatch, Legend Meets Science. In his research, Daniel Perez of the Skeptical Inquirer concluded that the footage was likely a hoax perpetuated by a human in a gorilla costume. Now, in 2018, Bigfoot researcher Claudia Ackley garnered international attention after filing a lawsuit with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, or the CDFW, for failing to acknowledge the existence of Bigfoot. Ackley claimed to have encountered and filmed a Bigfoot in the San Bernardino Mountains in 2017, describing what she saw as a Neanderthal man with a lot of hair. Ackley contacted emergency services as well as the CDFW. A state investigator concluded that she encountered a bear. Until her death in 2023, Ackley also ran an online support group for individuals claiming to experience psychological trauma as a result of alleged Bigfoot encounters. Now, in October 2023, a woman named Shannon Parker uploaded a video of an alleged Bigfoot to Facebook. The footage went viral on social media and was shared via various new publications. Give me a second, y'all. Just 1 second. I got to catch my wind here. I'm trying to go quick with you guys. I got a lot of notes in this. Shannon Park. Damn it. Okay. Give me a sec. Give me 1 sec. Right. Now, Shannon Parker reported she and others observed the subject while riding a train on the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad in the San Juan Mountains in Colorado. The authenticity of the video was debated across social media. Skeptics on Reddit speculated it was a publicity hoax perpetrated by an RV company located in the area, Sasquatch Expedition Campers. The company denied the allegations. In the early 1990s, 911 audio recordings were made public in which a homeowner in Kitsap County, Washington, called law enforcement for assistance with a large subject described by him as being all in black, having entered his backyard. He previously reported to law enforcement that his dog was killed recently when it was thrown over his fence. Anthropologist Jeffrey Meldrum notes that any large predatory animal is potentially dangerous, specifically if provoked, but indicates that most anecdotal accounts of Bigfoot encounter result in the creatures hiding or fleeing from people. Okay. The 2021 Hulu documentary series Sasquatch describes marijuana farmers telling stories of Bigfoots harassing and killing people within the Emerald Triangle region in the 70s through the 1990s, and specifically the alleged murder of 3 migrant workers in 1993. Investigative journalist David Holthouse attributes the stories to illegal drug operations using the local Bigfoot lore to scare away the competition, specifically superstitious immigrants, and that the high rate of murder and missing persons in the area is attributed to human actions. Skeptics argue that many of these alleged encounters are easily hoaxed, the result of misidentification or outright fabrication. Okay, now we're going to talk about the Patterson-Gimlin film, which I'm going to have on the beginning here. That's the well-known film. Everybody's seen it at some point or another. You don't know you saw it until you see it, okay? But this is the Patterson-Gimlin film. The most well-known video of an alleged Bigfoot, the Patterson-Gimlin film, was recorded on October 20th, 1967, by Roger Patterson and Robert Bob Gimlin in an area called Bluff Creek in Northern California. Okay, the 59.5-second long video has become an iconic piece of Bigfoot lore and continues to be a highly scrutinized, analyzed, and debated subject. Academic experts from related fields have typically judged the film as providing no supportive data of any scientific value, with perhaps the most common proposed explanation being that it was a hoax. Now, evidence claims. Okay, evidence claims. That's what we're going to. A body print taken in the year 2000 from the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest in Washington State, dubbed the Skookum Cast, is also believed by some to have been made by a Bigfoot that sat down in the mud to eat fruit left out by researchers during the filming of an episode of the Animal X television shows. Skeptics believe the cast to have been made by a known animal such as an elk. Alleged Bigfoot footprints are often suggested by Bigfoot enthusiasts as evidence for the creature's existence. Anthropologist Jeffrey Meldrum, who specializes in the footprint casts, or in the study of primate bipedalism, possesses over 300 footprint casts that he maintains could not be made by wood carvings or human feet based on their anatomy, but instead are evidence of a large non-human primate present today in North America. And this is a specialist on this, you guys. Okay? I think that trumps and debunks a lot of the skeptic bullshit that we heard prior to this. So let's go on with the rest of this. In 2005, Matt Crowley obtained a copy of an alleged Bigfoot footprint cast called the Onion Mountain Cast and was able to painstakingly recreate the dermal ridges. Michael Dennett of the Skeptical Inquirer spoke to police investigator and primate fingerprint expert Jimmy Chilcutt in 2006 for comment on the replica, and he stated, "Matt has shown artifacts can be created at least under laboratory conditions, and field researchers need to take precautions." Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. Chilcutt had previously stated that some of the alleged Bigfoot footprint plaster casts he examined were genuine due to the presence of unique dermal ridges. Dennett states that Chilcutt published nothing to substantiate his claims, nor had anyone else published anything on that topic, with Chilcutt making his statements solely through a posting on the internet. Dennett states further that no reviews on Chilcutt's statements had been performed beyond those by what Dennett states to be other Bigfoot enthusiasts. In 2007, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization claimed to have photographs depicting a juvenile Bigfoot allegedly captured on a camera trap in the Allegheny National Forest. The Pennsylvania Game Commission, however, stated that the photos were of a bear with mange. The Pennsylvania Game Commission unsuccessfully attempted to locate the suspected mangy bear. Scientist Vanessa Woods, after estimating that the subject in the photo had approximately 22 inches or 560 millimeters long arms and an 18.75-inch torso or 476 millimeters, concluded it was more comparable to a chimpanzee. In 2015, Centralia College professor Michael Townsend claimed to have discovered prey bones with human-like bite impressions on the south side of Mount St. Helens. Townsend claims the bites were over 2 times wider than a human bite, and that he and 2 of his students also found 16-inch footprints in the area. Listen, y'all, you can't debunk all this evidence. I'm telling you, it's insurmountable. You're getting it. It's coming in waves, bro. Listen, I don't give a damn. Sasquatch, Yeti, what the fuck? It's alive. It's here. It's going to, listen, you go where it don't want you to go, it's going to kick your ass. That's what it is. Now let's go to Melba Ketchum press release. Okay, that's the next thing. After what the Huffington Post described as a 5-year study of purported Bigfoot DNA samples, but prior to peer review of the work, DNA Diagnostics, a veterinary laboratory headed by veterinarian Melba Ketchum, issued a press release on November 24, 2012, claiming that they had found proof that the Sasquatch is a human relative that arose approximately 15,000 years ago as a hybrid cross of modern Homo sapiens with an unknown primate species. Ketchum called for this to be recognized officially, saying that government at all levels must recognize them as an indigenous people and immediately protect their human and constitutional rights against those who would see in their physical and cultural differences a license to hunt, trap, or kill them. Failing to find a scientific journal that would publish their results, Ketchum announced on February 13, 2013, that their research had been published in the De Novo Journal of Science. The title De Novo Journal of Science, in which the paper was published, was found to be a website registered anonymously only 9 days before the paper was announced, whose first and only journal issue contained nothing but the Sasquatch article. Shortly after publication, the paper was analyzed and outlined by Sharon Hill of Doubtful News for the Committee for Skeptical Inquiry. Hill reported on the questionable journal mismanaged DNA testing and poor quality paper, stating that the few experienced geneticists who viewed the paper reported a dismal opinion of it, noting it made little sense. The Scientist magazine also analyzed the paper, reporting that geneticists who have seen the paper are not impressed. To state the obvious, no data or analyses are presented that in any way support the claim that their samples come from a new primate or human-primate hybrid. Leonid Krugliak of Princeton University told the Houston Chronicle, instead, analyses either come back as 100% human or fail in ways that suggest technical artifacts. The website for the De Novo Journal of Science was set up on February 4th, and there is no indication that Ketchum's work, the only study it has published, was peer-reviewed. See, now you got these little goddamn these little problems here. These are the little intricacies. You motherfuckers, you gotta, if you're gonna do something right, do it right, by God. You get the reviews, you get the people, you get the evidence, you get pictures of the shit. You know what I'm saying? You get all the analytics of it. Period. That way there's no debunking this shit. There's no problematic problem with it. It blows my mind how people are so damn simple. These are fucking professionals. And I ain't going on this. No. We ain't. Listen, we got to do another episode, all right? This is going to be the end of episode 1, part 1, right? Okay, we're going to do part 2 next. See you then.